I finally got my hands on the Xbox ROG Ally X. And unlike every other video out there, I'm not going to walk you through every single spec, benchmark, or wattage curve. Instead, I want to break down which device you should probably get, my experience setting it up, what it can realistically do, and why this supposedly overhyped failure of a device is somehow sold out everywhere. Roll the intro. For those of you pressed for time and just trying to make an educated decision on what handheld you should pick up, here is the short, abridged version. For those folks that want hassle-free gaming that looks and feels great, I recommend the Switch 2. Full stop. Sure, it has its shortcomings, like its mid-quality display being a tad underpowered and super overpriced, but it's the only handheld that offers a true pick-up-and-play experience. For those that want the Goldilocks, just right balance of power and cost, just get the Steam Deck OLED. Sure, it's been out for a minute, but the OS is rock solid and the library is vast. You will undoubtedly get maximum bang for your buck. Now, for the rest of you that are completely obsessed with power, the Xbox ROG Ally X, the black one, is definitely the one you want to pick up. It's an incredibly powerful handheld that's way overpriced and frustratingly amazing. Let me explain. This is where the internet loves to gloss over reality. When you unbox the Xbox ROG Ally X, you may think you're about to instantly dive into your Xbox library, or any PC game for that matter. Well, I hate to break it to you, nothing could be further from the truth. This is 1, not an Xbox in the classical sense, and 2, setup is a bitch. From power on to actually touching a game, you're looking at 45 minutes to an hour of setup screens, logins, and updates that are not easily found because they are in 3 completely different locations buried in the OS. You will need to update Windows 11, Armory Crate, and other Windows software. Who the fuck thought this device was a shippable consumer electronic device? Please tell me. But wait, it gets better. In the spirit of transparency, my setup process was a consumer electronics nightmare. Somehow, during the updates, Armory Crate got corrupted, which forced me to call customer support and have them walk me through the exact way to uninstall Armory Crate and all ASUS software, and reinstall it, which took another hour and a half. And in case any internet trolls wander into my comment section and claim this is an edge case scenario, I jumped on Reddit, and this is a known issue and not uncommon for Xbox ROG Ally X owners. With all that out of the way, I finally landed on the Xbox dashboard, and I gotta be honest, it looks great, very Series X. But in fairness, it's also a little clunky. Not deal-breaker clunky, but a tad disappointing since some of the UX still needs refinement. Nevertheless, I was able to quickly load South of Midnight and The Outer Worlds, and was immediately blown away. This is a ridiculously powerful handheld. It's freaking amazing. There's no other way to say it. You will be blown away. The graphics this thing can pump out are spectacular, and the speakers are loud and incredibly rich. These are the best speakers on any handheld on the market. But wait, that's not the best part. You've probably heard it already, but the grips feel exactly like the actual Xbox controller. When it comes to actually holding this and playing games, there is nothing like it on the market. Now, before you think I'm blowing smoke up your ass, there are still some hardware issues that I think don't get enough attention, especially when comparing this device to the Steam Deck OLED. The screen is IPS and smaller. Sure, the refresh rate on the Ally X is 120 Hz, but the fucking bezel is ginormous. There's no getting around it. As for the rest of the device and all its ports, yeah, it's great. It checks off all the boxes and has dual USB ports, one being USB 4 and the other being USB-C 3.2 Gen 2 port. But that's to be expected when you consider the premium cost of the device. So, if this is to be expected, why even bring it up? Simple. If you want to squeeze every drop of performance out of this thing and you don't mind being tethered to a wall, just plug it in. That's when the Ally X really opens up. Personally, I prefer gaming without an umbilical cord. But if you're planning to hook this up to an external monitor and treat it like a tiny gaming PC, those ports matter. And for the edge case out there, yes, you can also connect it to an external GPU. But now we're getting into the esoteric setups. I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up the price. And if I'm being honest, for what you're getting under the hood, it's a pretty bad deal. This thing should not cost this much, period. But that's not on ASUS or Microsoft. You can thank tariffs and the rising cost of memory for that one. That said, for those of you where money is no object, this really is the best show in town. Just know you're paying a premium for the privilege. As you may have gathered by now, this is not an Xbox Series X in the palm of your hands. It cannot and will not play your disc-based games, and it will not play your full digital library either. You only get access to Xbox Play Anywhere titles, most games you own through the Windows Store, games you own from other storefronts like Steam or GOG, and everything offered through Xbox Cloud Gaming, which honestly is where Game Pass Ultimate becomes kind of mandatory for this device. Now, I think we can all agree for a device wearing the Xbox name, this is confusing and frustrating, and the Xbox marketing team has definitely dropped the ball here. But nuance really matters. Xbox is shifting from console company to platform company. Love it or hate it, gaming habits are changing. Handhelds, PC, mobile, and cloud are the future. And it's finally clear that this device is aimed at ecosystem users, not casual gamers. If you understand this strategy, this device makes total and complete sense. If you make the mistake and assume it's a literal Xbox in your hands, you will be disappointed. And honestly, you should probably skip this device altogether. So, if you're cool with juggling gaming libraries, not being able to play your Xbox digital library unless the game supports Play Anywhere and or you have a Game Pass subscription, and know you will always have a great internet connection to unlock it through cloud gaming, the Ally X is genuinely exciting and a huge leap forward for mobile gaming. And that's because this device is nothing more than a shrunken Windows laptop with half an Xbox gamepad fused on each side. And because of that, you can install Steam, GOG, Epic, whatever you want. Just bear in mind that you're essentially trading Steam Deck simplicity for flexibility and brute strength. But if we're keeping it 100, on paper, you should be getting better performance. But that depends entirely on Windows behaving, which we know is a bit of a coin toss. It should also be noted that Microsoft have done a really great job of cutting all the bloat that comes with Windows 11, but it ain't perfect. Yes, they have and will continue to issue updates and will improve performance and reliability over time. But just know that you are essentially a beta tester. And for some people, this is going to be a real deal breaker. But for me, it's kind of a massive step forward, even with the rough edges. You can still see the long-term vision, and that's why the Xbox ROG Ally X hits different, even if the road to get there is pretty chaotic. Agree, disagree, let me know all about it in the comment section below. But more importantly, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and bell so you're notified when I drop a new episode. Catch you guys next time.